Well, where are all my Whisperer fans at? Today, dropped the Nashir Scepter, we swapped that over to the GALE-ELRES Whisper, and this is one of those things where I was excited, then not really excited, then really excited with this. Now, I didn't really have to change too much on it, however, I didn't have too many legendary copies, meaning that there was 2 gem slots I couldn't make with this. So, a little bit of a downfall compared to the other ones. I did go and make this an 8-star Arcana, which I believe the 5-star was giving like an extra 12% weapon crit. Sorry, it was the throwing knife crit. And actually, I didn't have to really change too much stuff around on this. I've always been one where I like to go and run a combo build, so given that I was just using the Elorian sword there, I just pretty much went in here. We switched out one of the Judgment rings for the Sky Flame ring, and then went into the actual brands and dropped out the Pirate Swordsman for the Sharp Rogue. Oh, and I did throw the flying knife in instead of using the Heaven's Mark. So going in on the first run of the chapter, I did get a couple of daggers, I did get the Rage Dagger, and I think I might have gotten the Rage Mastery, and I was a little disappointed because going and doing a combo build on this, the goal is to get those continuous rages going, the weapon ends up critting on the rage, you throw out more daggers, and it's just a nice endless cycle of daggers. Still, I wasn't packing enough punch behind it, so went back in, made sure I got myself a combo mastery, and still same thing. I was able to get some daggers, I got that rage mastery again, and still just same old, just a single rage each turn. It wasn't until that I got that rage mastery upgraded to the second or the upgraded version of it that I started seeing about an extra rage every other turn. So figure 3 rages every 2 turns. And this felt a little bit nicer here, but still got to the final boss, and it ended up being a just timed out at 15 rounds. So some of the changes on this, on the regular Whisperer there, we were getting a basic attack crit, was going and giving 10 rage. On this one, it's going to be a weapon crit, will give 15 rage, but that can only trigger 2 times per turn. For some reason, we still got the same mythic skill in there of every dagger hit's going to increase the weapon crit rate by 2% and crit damage by 5%, up to 10 times. Really would have loved to see something a little bit more, a little bit different in the fact that this is a surpass here, and that is the mythic skill. But then that surpass one, I didn't actually even read this before I went in until I'm reading it now, but it explains why I was seeing enemies get shrunk. And that's going to be each throwing knife randomly gains shield break, weakness, poison, shrink, or vulnerability effect. So that is kind of a nice little thing to have in there too. But I did end up waiting for reset today to go up against the guild boss, hoping that there was going to be some good stuff in there, and there actually was. We had the ×2 dagger, we had the extra combo hit up inside the mythic skills there, we had our combo mastery, there was a rage mastery, and then also an increase to dagger damage. And then down below we had 4 of the daggers that I grabbed there. I think I went for the basic crit attack on it too. We didn't have a lightning dagger in there, unfortunately. But with all of this was putting up some pretty big numbers on it. I was getting some good rages out of this too with having the ×2 dagger on it. That definitely helped. And by the end of this, I was hitting for 1 quadrillion, I think that is there. That's a pretty big number to see. And if you saw the other videos where I went with the other weapons there, then this year, I was only hitting for about 300 trillion. However, I did have somebody comment saying they're only like half my power level and they were doing about double the damage that I was. So maybe I'm just using that wrong. And then going in with the Elorian sword there, I was hitting for about 600 trillion. But in that situation, I didn't have any arcanas on it, so that's not really a fair comparison. But this right here just kind of shows that this thing can put up the numbers. I think the big kicker on it is going to be that you really do have to have that perfect build. Now, one thing I didn't have in this, like we said, the lightning dagger, but there also wasn't an option for the dagger every round. That would only take it up even more on it, and it seemed like the big numbers on this was going to be the rage skill from this, and then also those daggers. Which, once again, still comes to the same conclusion as the Whisperer there. This can be an incredibly strong weapon when you do get the right skill set. So those modes in there where you have a lot of chapters, a lot of options to get skills, that's where this thing is really going to shine. But going in on one of those chapters where there's only 10 stages of it or 10 days, that might be something you want to switch to another weapon. But I gotta tell you, this was fun. I don't know what it is about the Whisperer that every time I use it and I just see those things machine gunning out, it's just a good feeling for me. So looking forward to using this thing again, making some more videos on it. We still have to test another 2 of these weapons. We still gotta do a best build guide for the Elorian there, and then clearly best build for this one too. But one thing that I absolutely thought I knew, but it turned out that I didn't know squat about it, was the whole psionics and attributes for that. If you want to know all about it, take a look at this video right here. Thanks for watching, and remember, I pick my butt.